Hello there. Welcome back to my channel, Sim Productions. This is part 2 of my Vampire Mansion speed build. We are working on the upper floor, the master bedroom. So in the last video, I started talking about this little alcove and how cool this is. So I have this mod. I downloaded this mod that I just went to Mod The Sims and searched Victorian and found one that does a turns a computer into like a crystal ball or seeing ball or whatever they're called. Yeah, so the computer looks like a crystal ball and it's upstairs in that little alcove. It's really cute. It's like where she does her witch stuff. Like I said, I have a mod that, you know, does sorcery. That make like you can be a witch and stuff in addition to being a vampire. So I thought I'd make her both because why not? Like I wanted her to be able to, like, she's evil, she's gonna, you know, kill people. So I wanted her to be able to do that with her magic powers. So I'm building the library here, and I really liked this library. I liked how I built it. I actually liked how I built it this time better than how it ends up being. But so like I end up like moving all of this over because we'll see later. This is the first floor, and right there I'm putting in like the living room, the staircases and stuff. But this is on the first floor, and the library I was just building, it's on the first floor. And I wanted it to be a 2-story library. I had this idea later that I was like, because there's so many rooms in this house, just so many rooms. And it was really hard to, like, I guess I started getting frustrated toward the end because I just could not think of, okay, like I've got this space. What am I going to do with the space? There's so many rooms. There's so much space and like, so little stuff in The Sims to put in them. I had a few ideas that wouldn't have worked because The Sims, and a few ideas that I don't know, it just didn't fall. They just kind of fell through. But so I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with all this space, and I decided to make the library 2 stories. But where I have it now, if it were 2 stories, it would go into this area, and there's a little patio right where that area is, and I didn't want the library to have the patio. I wanted the patio to be for a bedroom. I wanted it to be a nice little private balcony patio thing off of a bedroom. So I wind up moving the library to the other wing of the house so that it can be a 2-story library, because I was running out of ideas for what to do with certain spaces. So I was like, it's just bigger library, that'll fix it. So there I'm building the parlor, and this is going to be the dining hall. I really like the dining hall. I love the chairs that come in the Vampire Mansion. I don't know if anyone listening to this, I don't know if anyone's gonna listen to this. If anyone's listening to this and you like Lazy Game Reviews, I love his Sims videos, and he talks about the chairs all the time and how like, oh, we got new chairs, great. So here I really liked this. Like I put down like all the chairs that I might like, and then did like a showdown of like which chairs I liked better. And then I just spent a lot of time like rearranging those couches and stuff. And there's a little parlor there with like with a bar and an organ and a hutch and stuff. And then of course I had the big Vampire Mansion painting. Like you gotta have the big Vampire Mansion painting, like in Vlad's house that comes with the game. If it's a vampire lair, you know, you gotta have that ancient like family portrait. Yeah, so I put that in there, and then I thought, you know, cute little chess set in the library. That little corner there, I love that little corner. It's over by the stairs. It was on the screen for a brief second, but it was like a little green chair and a little table and stuff. It's in the living room. I love that little corner, and I just like, I wanted a little phone to go there. And like I said in my previous video, I don't really do builds very much. I mean, I do some. I build some for myself because it's fun, creative. But yeah, I really wanted a phone there, so I was like looking for a phone, and I didn't even notice that like they took phones out. Like there are no landlines, not even like decor pieces in The Sims 4. That's weird to me. Like, I mean, I get, you know, we all have cell phones now. Nobody really has a landline. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But like, give us some phone decor. Like, some people have landlines, and like, you know, there's all this ancient Gothic architecture stuff that they put in The Sims, but they don't have phones. Like, I don't know. It just seems like an oversight to me. But so I found like I made that little area, and then I went and like found a mod specifically with like a custom content phone just so that I could have one there because I really wanted one. And I was talking about the phone while the video was covering it, but if you just saw that little room to the right with all the laundry stuff, I love that room. It's so cute with the little laundry bucket thing that you like, wash tub or whatever, like, because it's old and they didn't have washing machines yet. It's like, I was really trying to like, I know some of it's anachronistic. I know some of it's like upstairs. Later, there's I put in a podium and it has a microphone. But you know, I really wanted it to like have that look and that feel of like a really old house, and a house that like is definitely, you know, is a big giant mansion that's not very modern. That maybe, you know, maybe it's maybe it's modern when they live there, but none of the amenities are going to be. So that little room with the little laundry pail, I think it's just so cute. And I actually, when I started, like, so I said in the last video that, you know, I didn't have all the, I don't have all the packs and stuff. And so when I started making this mansion, I didn't have the laundry day pack yet. It had just come out, and I really wanted it. I was like, I'm gonna buy it when it comes out. And I thought it was gonna be one of the $20 packs, so it was only 10. So I was like, oh yay, you know, it's cheaper, so I can buy it. But we were really broke, and my husband was like, yeah, don't, you know, we don't have, don't do that. Don't buy that. You don't need it. And I was like, but I want it. So, but I waited. So when I started building, I was like, I want it for my vampire mansion. But, you know, I started building it without it. And then it took me so long to build this, like I said. And I wound up actually getting my paycheck in between, like, when I started and when I finished. So, like, I wound up buying it before it was over. So I'm like laying in the basement down here. There's that little pool area. That's so cool. Like, fall down into that little thing, and like the idea is like if people fall in there, and there's like there's windows all around it, so like she's gonna watch them drown to death in that little pool at the bottom of the tower. But yeah, so like I didn't have that pack because I don't have all the packs. Like I said in the last video, you know, The Sims 3, I bought all those packs. I bought every single one when they came out, and I was really excited about all of them. Like, well, okay, I was not very excited for Showtime, and I hated Katy Perry Sweet Treats, but I bought it on release because I had to have every single one of the Sims packs. I just had to. I collected all. I still have all of them. And I, you know, like, that was great. Like, I had a lot of content doing that, but, you know, in the end, it just wasn't worth it. I mean, it was worth it to have all of them. It wasn't worth it to buy them on release. So I held off for so long. I wanted The Sims 4 when it came out so bad, and then I was like, no, you know what, you can wait. Like, you spent all this money on The Sims 3. Like, I had just bought, you know, Island Paradise or whatever. It just came out, and then they announced Sims 4. So I was like, and when Sims 4 came out, it didn't even have toddlers, and that was like, I spent a lot of my playtime with toddlers. I really like the, you know, most of my playtime is like legacy challenge videos where, you know, I'm like playing with genetics and like watching like Sims be sculpted from birth to like becoming like a different character, or becoming like a fully fleshed out character is like that's my favorite part of playing the game. So not having toddlers was a really big deal for me, because I like to see like how each stage of their development like ends up making them become the sim that they become later in life. I think that's like, that's one of the most fun aspects of the game. So I was really disappointed they didn't have toddlers when Sims 4 came out. So I said, I will buy The Sims 4 when they get toddlers. And I stuck to that. And it was really hard, but I did it. I bought The Sims 4 when they came out with toddlers. And it was like, well, actually, okay, I didn't quite stick to it because it was November of 2016 that I wound up buying The Sims 4 finally, because it was on sale with the Black Friday and all that stuff, Cyber Monday or whatever. So I bought it at that time, and that's when I got it. Even though they didn't have toddlers yet, I was like, it's not like it's going to be on sale when they finally get toddlers. I should get it while it's still on sale. But they wound up, I didn't really play it very much because they didn't have toddlers. And then they wound up coming out with that free patch the following February. So I only had it for a few months without toddlers. And I was really pleased with the timing of that. I was a little disappointed in myself for going ahead and buying it. But I'm glad I did, because I got it cheaper, and still didn't have to play for very long without toddlers. So I waited a while to get The Sims 4, and I decided, like with the Sims 3, I bought every game pack, but for The Sims 4, I decided, I'm going to buy only the game packs that I want, the ones that have content that I actually am interested in. So, like, I just mentioned how much I like playing with toddlers, but I didn't get the toddler stuff pack because that like ball pit thing looked so bad. It was so ugly, and that was like the main thing that they were like, bringing out as like the big selling point of that pack, and it looked ugly. I would never play with that. I would, my toddler stuff, like I want like more furniture, more clothes, more hair, like indoor toddler stuff. That was all like stuff they like play dates and stuff that I don't want to manage a bunch of toddlers on my lot. I want to like raise the ones I have, do more stuff like with families and like caregiving and raising and things like that. But anyway, so I don't have all the stuff packs or all the game packs and stuff well, actually I have all the expansion packs for The Sims 4, but I bought them because they had content that I wanted. I if they came out with an expansion that didn't have any content I wanted, I wouldn't buy it. And I'm sticking to that. It was really hard for me to do in The Sims 3, and I did not do it. So I'm really gonna do it for The Sims 4. Oh, I love this room. This room is so cool. I was really excited when I was building this, and as I had the idea for it, as it takes shape, you'll see what this is. It's okay. It's already, it's like a little, like an operating room or operating theater kind of thing, and like I used a lot of the get to work stuff, but I tried to be very careful with it because I really wanted it to not look too modern. So I don't have like I don't have the the lights that go in the hospital with the get to work pack. I didn't use that. I used the single ceiling light bulb from the laundry day pack a lot actually in this mansion, so I'm really glad I got the laundry day pack for this. This is really useful. The only pack that I don't have that I really wish I did, well, there's two. I have the romantic garden stuff, but I wish I had perfect patio stuff. I don't really care about the backyard stuff. There's so many like outdoor like landscaping packs and stuff, like romantic garden, backyard, and perfect patio. And I would use perfect patio, but I probably wouldn't use backyard stuff. And I have the romantic garden stuff. And so the only one that I really wish that I had that I don't have is the spooky stuff, because that would have been really great for this mansion, but it was a choice, laundry or spooky, and I'll really only use the spooky stuff for this build, and I was already working on it. I already did a lot for it, and I was really excited about the laundry pack. I really wanted it. So I went with that one because that was the one I wanted. But yeah, so as you can see here, I wound up like putting a lot of the light bulbs, that single light bulb, I wound up putting that in the build a lot, like just using it to, they're really bright, so I would like use it to light up a room so that I could build in it. And then I like to see like how the room's gonna take shape before I actually figure out how the lighting's gonna look. So I would then take away all the lights and put in the actual lights at the end. I really hate how much, so if anyone knows, it would be really great if someone could tell me with those shelves, like I hate how you really can't put anything on the shelves. They have all these shelves and then nothing goes on them. Even little things that look like they should go on shelves, and then there's not enough slots and there's so much empty space that looks so bad. I hate that. I really tried to like fill out these shelves the best I could, and eventually, and I have move objects on, so I use that, but eventually it does kind of take shape, and I like how it ends up looking. But I was just really frustrated with like trying to put all the stuff on the shelves, and I had that, if you saw earlier, I had that wall of shelves. It wound up going down to 3 shelves because nothing would fit on them, and I had to reuse some stuff just to put stuff on 3 shelves. That's ridiculous. It shouldn't be like that. So yeah, there I really like those like climbing vine things in this room. This is like a laboratory, or like a science experiment room. Like I got all the bugs and the frogs and stuff and put them in here, in the jars of body parts that came with that one pack. Did those come in the vampire pack? I don't remember. But yeah, so, and then like a couple of planters and stuff. That was really cool. And right next to the operating theater, and I was like building, as I was building it, the operating room, I like knew I wanted it to be like spooky and scary and stuff. So I don't know if it got cut or if I just glossed over it. Oh, look at that. Yeah, find the exit. Ooh, it's a big maze. It's really cool. But yeah, so when I was building the operating theater, I was like, I need blood on the ground. I need blood here. And of course, Sims is so sterile, and like they gotta be rated teen so they can sell more copies or whatever. But I like blood and sex and gore and all that stuff. So, I have all the mods. I have the Wicked Whims mod and everything. I want my, I don't know, I like my Sims, I like it to be not realistic, obviously, but just more, I don't know, I guess realistic. I like it to be, it's not like, it's not like real life, because people aren't getting murdered all the time, and sex doesn't look like it does in Wicked Whims mod, but I like it to be adult. I like it to be, grown up. I like them to be able to do, like, to tackle difficult subjects, and I like to play with stories that tackle difficult subjects. That's probably the best way of putting it. That's, weird stuff that, doesn't belong in a teen rated game. Like I have the drug mod and stuff too. But anyway, so yeah, I really liked this maze. I had a lot of fun building that maze. Oh, so this part right here, you see that, and that just kind of pops into existence. I cut for time. Because I didn't want this to be too long. It's already 3 parts. And like I said in my first video, like, it took so long, and I don't know how those other people, the other YouTubers, make their videos so fast, their build videos so fast, because it took so long. But so I cut it for time, but I actually built that pit, and then I wound up, I built it here in this room right here that you're seeing on the screen right now, and I couldn't figure out what to do with this, with the other space. So it wound up being, I moved it over here, and I put all those little things in, but I wound up deleting them, and I really like the end result, this little balcony, and all the spikes. So it's like a little, like I said in the last video, like I wish there was falling, so you could like go in and, oh no, I fell off the balcony on the spikes and now I'm dead. So yeah, that little like steam room area, I love that. I was really inspired by the Count of Monte Cristo when I was building that. Like, I wasn't watching it or anything. I just, when I was like I said, you know, there's so many rooms and I was trying to figure out what to do with all of them. So that one room back there, I with the steam room, when I finally figured out what I was going to do with it and decided to make it a spa sauna thing, well, it's a steam room. It's a steam room. I was really inspired by, you know, that scene in The Count of Monte Cristo when he goes in and he's like confronting, I think it's Guilfoyle is the name of the character that he's confronting, the guy who had him sent to prison basically for money or to protect his father or whatever. Spoilers if you haven't seen The Count of Monte Cristo. But it's like really, like, it's red and it's dark and there's steam and he turns on the dial and he kills that guy. And like, I read that, you know, I was like, one of the things that I designed this house around was I looked up all the ways that you die, and you can die in The Sims. So there's a cow plant in the hedge maze for that reason, and I found out that the saunas can kill people if you're in them too long. So I was like, I gotta put one of those in there and make it look really cool and Victorian and stuff. So I thought about, you know, well, what would look really cool, and it made me think of the sauna or the steam room from Count of Monte Cristo, so that's how I made that room. And then I've glossed over a lot of rooms because I've been talking about other stuff while the video keeps going on, but some other rooms that I put in here that we've already seen that I really liked were, I was talking about down there next to the operating theater, there's the tinkering room, I like to call it, where I just like, I went through like the clutter section and the sculptures and stuff, and just like anything that would go down there, just like junk all down there. And so here, yeah, I'm building the second floor of the library so that I can build the bedroom where the libraries used to be. Well, actually, I'm going to build a gym and a pool where the library used to be, but I'm going to build upstairs from where the library used to be is a bedroom, and I wanted the bedrooms to be there. So that's why I had to move the library if it was going to be a 2-story library. And you might have seen back there where I was building that little topiary room with the little green space. It's kind of cute with the pig and the bird bath or whatever, the fountain thing in the green chaise. I really like that room. It's really pretty. But you might have seen on that wing of the house, there's like a couple of rooms that had been designed that I built, and I wound up I didn't include the making of them in the video because I wound up deleting them. They just, like I said, you know, I got so frustrated. It was so hard to like think about, like, there's so much space here. So I wound up deleting them, but it was a hall of mirrors and like a bathroom or something like that, or oh yeah, it was a little dog room too. But I wind up moving. I make a kennel in the basement instead of the little dog room that I had, and then the hall of mirrors, I ended up deleting it. I forget why. It's like something like, oh yeah, because I moved the library over there. I deleted the hall of mirrors because I had to move the library over there. So why include the building of the hall of mirrors if the hall of mirrors doesn't end up in the final build? Just, it takes up a lot of time, and it's already a 3-part thing of 25 minutes each, and I just thought, you know, wouldn't be able to hold people's attention that long. I'm not Hatsy, I'm not Dellagrassi, I'm not, you know, people aren't coming to my channel just to watch me talk about stuff. So I didn't want people to like leave the video because, oh, it's so long and who cares about this person. So but I'm building the bedroom, and I left it until I waited to talk about it until I started to build it. But it's like a twin bedroom, and it's like a good person and a bad person bedroom. And I had the idea that like maybe like twin girls lived here, maybe like children. It was, as I was building this, I was really Not sure about the ages, because I put some stuff in there that would fit in a teenager's room, and then I put some stuff in there that would fit in a child's room, and later I'm going to build a nursery off, well, not a nursery, but like a children's playroom or like a toddler's playroom even off of this room. And I thought, I don't know what age group is going to live there, so there's some stuff from both, but I figured it's like, they'll age up into it. So it's a child bedroom. There's the nursery upstairs, and later I add a second bassinet upstairs to the nursery, because I had this idea that this was going to be a children's, like a twin children's bedroom situation. So gotta have a second bassinet if they're gonna be twins. But yeah, so this is the children's room, and I really liked how I end up matching everything. It's the same, except one side is red and the other side is purple. I wish there was a purple tile for the bathroom, though. I wound up using the same black and gold that I used in the rest of the house for the purple side of the tile. And I used white for the paneling, and that is where I end in the next video. You'll see I'm gonna put some stuff, I'm gonna finish decorating this set of twin bedrooms, and then we'll move on to the rest of the house, and that'll be the last video. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.